I know you want to know a little bit more about me, since I am Moliere. Who would not want to know about me? I was born Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, January 15th, 1622. I was born in Paris, the son of Jean Poquelin and Marie Cressy. I was born into a prosperous family. So I went to Collège des Cléments in Paris. In June 1643, when I was 21, I decided to abandon my social class and try acting. I founded the Illustre Theatre with Madeleine Bayard, joined later by Madeleine's brother and sister. Unfortunately, my rent for our theatre grew to about 2,000 livres, which translated means books, but it actually was the currency at the time. Anyway, I was thrown in prison for my debts, but was paid out by my loving father, who always supported my decisions. After my imprisonment and release, I adopted the pseudonym Moliere. I toured the theatres of France with my troupe and my lover at the time, Madeleine. In 1658, I reached Paris and performed in front of the king at Louvain. I achieved some success and was awarded the name Troupe de Monsieur, Monsieur being the honored name of the king's brother. My lack of success in tragedy was depressing for me because I had always found tragedy to be more appealing to me, and I considered it the door into the soul. Le Précieuses Ridiculous, or The Affected Young Ladies, was my first piece based on satirizing some societal mannerisms. It won me some attention and the criticism of many, but unfortunately it was not known to the masses and was not a popular success. Scanarelle, or The Imaginary Cuckold, is a tribute to my Italian partner, Tiberio Fiorelli, as well as to Commedia dell'arte. In 1662, I moved to the Grande Theatre du Palais Royal, still with my Italian partners, and this time I married Armand, who was said to be Madeleine's sister, so some considered her illegitimate daughter. This unfortunately caused much shame for me because a group called Parti des Devotees protested against my excessive realism and irreverence to the higher classes. They claimed I had married my own daughter, as people considered Armand to be Madeleine's daughter, and I had been Madeleine's lover at some time, so some thought I had married my own daughter. Le passant. Anyway, Tartuffe caused the largest scandal of my time because the high society were outraged by my depiction of the hypocrisy of the higher classes. I was still a favorite of the king, which protected me from most of the attacks from the court. I made several musics with the music written from Free Lover Lolly. Anyway, some of our musicals included Le Sommons Magnifiques, Gentilhomme, and many more. Tartuffe was banned, so I released a similar play, L'Imposteur, which was based on the same premise. This lasted until the king finally stopped the ban of Tartuffe. In 1672, my longtime lover and confidant, Madeleine Bayard, died. I suffered from this loss as well as from my worsening of my own illness. I was diagnosed with pulmonary tuberculosis. I still trucked on with the comedy, and so I made Les Femmes Savantes, or The Learned Ladies. It considered to be one of my biggest masterpieces. It arose from the time because of my lack of musicals, for Lully had taken the most talented singers and gone and patented the opera in France. I single-handedly wrote 31 of my 85 plays that was performed on my stage, and during what would be my last performance, I collapsed in a coughing fit. Yet I was determined to finish the play. After the play, I collapsed again and died a few hours later. Never trusted the doctors. Although actors were not allowed to be buried in a cemetery, the king secretly had me buried in one at night, so not to be seen, for shame. And that basically summarizes my life. I had a good life, I think. I wrote many plays, though suffering from a sickness that might have arose from being the time that I was thrown in prison. I had a great marriage. I had a happy marriage. I had a decent I had a marriage. I mean, you know what it's like, maybe. I mean, well, she was a woman. I mean, you know what that means. You know what that means. You're going to find out what that means. And of course, she knows. Can't live without him. You can't live with him, huh? But, I made my way through life. I made a name for myself, and I was now known. One of the reasons I changed my pseudonym for Moliere was that I did not want my father to be ashamed of my choice to become an actor. I did not want his name to be disgraced. Yet in the end, I became a popular success, so to bring honor to my family. So in a nutshell, that is my life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe I shall post more, maybe I will not. I have not yet decided. Anyway, until we meet again, au revoir and farewell. Have a good time.